Okay. Okay, it's rolling. I've got new mics and I really never know how to do these videos, and so I always just turn the camera on and speak from the heart because that's what people love to see. But got back from 5 months traveling South America and pushing my socials, working till 2 a.m. each night, posting twice a day to my socials. To come back to Australia, and the fourth day landing back here, I had my Instagram wrongly suspended and taken from me. I didn't even know this was something that could happen, but obviously I've done my research and I realized that Meta is now using AI and robots to sort of scan the algorithm, and they've fired a lot of human employees, and so now a lot of creators' accounts are getting wrongfully suspended. I woke up Tuesday morning and I literally shot out of bed, went straight to my laptop, being like, oh, this must just be a glitch, like I'll appeal it and I'll get my account back straight away, and I didn't. And there was no communication from Meta. There was just silence. There was, I got on the phone to them 3 times and they were like, yeah, no worries, it just needs to go through human verification, to get your account back. And then the case got closed on Tuesday, saying that there was no reason and no way I could appeal for my Instagram account to come back. And I was like, I have been told no rule I've broken. I've had no email or communication from Meta to say what community guidelines I've broken, and they've effectively shut me down overnight. And this was my main source of income. I had brand deals. I have 8 brand deals that are pending, and I have brands emailing me asking where and what's the update. And I mean, I have a few speculations of what it could be. I posted a lot with my Brazilian boyfriend and it got a lot of engagement, more likes and comments and shares than most of my posts got. Or it's come from a mass reporting on me talking about safety in Australia versus South America. And it's come from haters and trolls because they have come to my second account and third account and aggressively attacked me and said, we got you shut down, like, screw you, and just horrible, nasty things that usually would never get to me. But the fact that they had this much power to shut down my 60,000 follower Instagram account has affected me a lot. And I kind of have come back to Australia unemployed and really don't know what to do. I am running out of money, so I have to go back to making coffees. And I think a lot of my haters and people that want to see me fail are really happy to see that. It's pretty disheartening when you've put so much effort and hard work into building something for yourself and it can be just taken. And I was at Australia Fashion Week yesterday and I met a lot of journalists, a lot of women entrepreneurs, and they said, look, this is just part of your story. This is just part of your biography. No biography would be interesting if the girl got it all her way and she was so successful and never got hit down and she had to rise up. And I was like, that's actually so true. Like, it literally feels like 2 years ago when I got fired on the spot in London for no reasoning and I had no money for rent. I remember I was so scared, and I remember I cried for 3 days, and then I put on my makeup and outfit and then I strutted through Mayfair and Marylebone and every cafe shop near me and did coffee trials and just needed a job because I needed money to come in to just so I could focus on something else. So yeah, it's been probably one of the worst homecomings ever. I was on such a high in South America. I felt like I had really cracked it. I was doing everything I loved every day, making videos, getting paid for it, and I was in the sun, and then I was coming back closer to family. I was working on my terms, wasn't going into an office, wasn't working a job I hated, and I really don't know what the future is. I feel so drained to even think to start again on Instagram. I really do miss posting, and at the moment I can't post on Instagram because of my Lynn's blog has been blacklisted or something. They shut down my second account, which is my media photography account. It had clients work, drone work, everything on it, and that got suspended. I don't know if they came and misreported me on that account as well. And now I have a Lynn's Vlog Fitness, which I'm pretty much not really posting on because I just want a place where my followers can find my tag name and see that I'm on other platforms. Obviously, it's giving me more time to focus on my other platforms, but Instagram was my biggest income, so it does mean I have to go back and get a job. This person getting the bins is so annoying. I'm on my second day of my period, and I am just like irritated. I'm like, and you just like, why when Lynn's Vlog needed to give her an update to her followers, you needed to roll the bins out? Today's Wednesday, so it happened 8 days ago. I'm constantly reaching out to network in Luxembourg, London, Canada, like anywhere I have good contacts to try get contact with someone in Meta. It's like, yeah, I just don't even know what to think. I was at Fashion Week and obviously I was getting photos done and everything, and I was interviewing people, and you know, people would be like, oh, what's your Instagram? And then I'd be like, oh, it's been suspended. I had 60,000 followers. And it just felt like when I'm at events like that, I had worked so hard for an online presence to be, you know, recognized at those events, like, oh, okay, yeah, come to this show or come to this event. Actually, 3 people at Fashion Week did recognize me, so my hard work has not vanished into thin air. But I don't really know what lies ahead for Lynn's. Like, I was meant to be going to Greece. I still hope I'm going to Greece with my first ever brand trip. I was so excited for that because I went to Greece last year and I loved it. I still need to upload those vlogs. I don't know if it's a path for me to focus more on my other platforms. YouTube has been my baby. I've done YouTube since I was literally like 17, 18 properly. I've made videos since I was 10. So I don't know if it's like the spirit's pushing me to focus on other platforms and Instagram's going to come back, and just to take a nice well-deserved break because I hustled that Instagram so much the last year in London. I remember I wasn't even replying to people for like 4 days because I was staying up to crazy hours editing vlogs, working a full-time corporate job, trying to get content every day in London. In my back of my head, I almost knew it was going to be my last year just because I didn't know if my company was going to sponsor me. They obviously ended up offering it, which I was so excited about. And then I got news about my dad and I had to make a quick decision to pack up my whole life and leave London and come back to Australia. And, you know, that's been really hard. Like, I don't have any friends here. I don't have a job here. The only thing I have is my apartment, which I'm grateful for. But even my routine is so out of whack. Like, I'm so not used to the early mornings. I love being an early morning girly and I'm always an early morning girly, but it's just, I don't know, it's just everything's blew up in my face. And everyone says this is temporary, and it is, I know, but it's like you're just in the depths of it right now, and I just have to find the energy and the strength to pull myself out. And the only thing that I find helps is getting up every day and doing my makeup because, again, my skin has been breaking out so bad. And I know it's from the stress, and I find the only way that like keeps me productive is doing my hair and makeup and pretending like I've got things to do in the day, but you know, it's easy for me to wake up in the morning and just scroll my phone and be like, go down the rabbit hole of how other creators are losing their account, or how do I get my account back, or I put through ChatGPT about 100 times a day, am I going to get my account back, give it all the signals and signs. So yeah, the last week has been hell. All I can say is I'm grateful for my family. They've really been there for me, messaging me every day. And my friends, they know. My friends literally know how much effort and hard work I've put into my brand. And it was not overnight success. It's never overnight success. And just when I felt like I had got it and I was making it, it gets taken away from you, from jealousy. And that's something I've really learned, that the world is not a fair place, and even though I've worked so hard for it, it's still taken from you. Meta doesn't care. Everyone else's lives go on. You're the one who's got to, you know, fix it, try work it out, start again. Yeah, all I can see is it's blue skies in Sydney, and I'm so grateful for that. It's so cold though. Forgot Australia has a winter. What the heck? I have no winter clothes because I left them all in London, and then I never planned to go traveling for 5 months, which, let me tell you, those 5 months traveling South America was the best thing ever. My socials grew so much. I feel like it proved to me that I can chase my dreams and they can become a reality. But also, I traveled South America, which had been such a dream of mine, and I killed it, you know. Like, I made amazing content in like some of the dangerous places in the world as a solo traveling girl, you know. So I'm trying to like find the positives and the negatives. But I thought I would just give you guys an update because, yeah, like a lot of people have been coming to my other platforms. I met a girl in the gym. She said I was searching for your account, and yeah, I don't know what to think anymore. All I know is you're not going to stop me creating and making my videos. I might have to go back and get a full-time job and have to do it all again on the side. But it means I still won't stop. Maybe I won't be able to post as much, but I will not stop. You can take Lynn's blog down, but not for long. So anyway, that's the update. We've got these new mics, which are amazing. Thanks for being here on the journey with me, guys. And 2026 was the highest high, maybe one of the lowest lows again, but that's life. So we're going to be posting here a lot more, so stay tuned. I love you all. And if you're going through a bad season, just find the rainbow in the storm and keep pushing and keep showing up every day. Even when you don't want to, just keep showing up. So that's what we'll be doing. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next vlog. Bye. So I thought I would say, what is the plan moving forward? Moving forward, I was always planning in Brazil. I was like, okay, Lindsay, you can't survive off influencing money. I like to have a lot of money, and it just wasn't enough. So I was always planning to sell social media coaching online. I have been on social media for 10 years. I have learned what works, what doesn't. I've worked on multiple platforms. I've worked in the fintech industry, and I've also done my own personal blogs, which is travel, fitness, fashion, makeup, lifestyle, everything. So I know different niches and I don't know different platforms, and I'm very passionate about it. I love social media and I love all the different formats and videos and photos and carousels and reels and everything. So the plan was to come back to Australia and build a course and then sell it, or have online training and sell that for 500, 600 pounds. You know, it's 10 years worth of knowledge. It's stuff that you don't just learn from a book, you actually learn from trial and error. Everything I've learned has been from posting, then analyzing over years and years and years. I also had the idea that I have worked in the fintech industry, and there is a bit of a fintech industry in Australia, and to go consulting, like social media consulting. So going to the fintech companies and being like, hey, this is your content strategy plan for your social media, blah, 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 because I do have 4 or 5 years in fintech social media. So that is the plan. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but all I know is I want an online business. I want the flexibility of being able to travel, being able to make money every day, being able to make money while I sleep, and not having this kind of anxiety every time I leave a country, or I move to, say I move to a different part of Australia, or I move to Brazil, or I move back to London, or, you know, I just don't want this constant, I have to go job hunting, job market hunting. What's the market like at the moment? Oh, I'm going to have to, go hospo while I try to get a corporate job, and then that's a couple of months. I want to build something for myself that I can fall back on forever, and it's just there. So that is the plan, and I literally made it happen when I was in South America, my influencing, and it was something I built, and it was something that no one could take away from me until I realized your haters and trolls can. So the plan is now to start building an online community. I've got a WhatsApp group, which will be linked in the description. You guys can join that so we don't lose connection with each other. I'm going to be sharing business, fitness, lifestyle tips, life in there. And then I'm going to start doing a landing page. I'm going to get emails, do newsletters, and it's just feel like it has been a way to show me that Instagram, Facebook, all that is just rented land. they take the platform away. How do I reach my followers that are in America? How do I reach my followers that I don't know that are in Canada or, I don't know, Barcelona? So, yeah, that is the plan. I just wanted to put that in there because I think one thing is to feel really sad about your situation, but then also you've got to have an action. So that is the action. That is the plan. I really hope you guys join me on this journey. And obviously I'm going to be uploading the vlogs. Some of them are like really behind from last year, but I'm also going to be documenting this new journey. So make sure you guys follow along. I love you all, and let's beat this together, and one day look back on this video and be sitting on a yacht and be like, oh, I remember that time I lost my Instagram. Oh, that's so small problem now. Like, I've got the best life. Anyway, thanks so much for being on this journey, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.